Hi everyone, how's everyone today? Hopefully you have a good day. It's Asma here. I've decided to come on as requested yesterday to show some of the tapping points, okay, emotional freedom technique. So I said yes, I'll come on today and just give you the basic of the points and how to use it. I will not go into details or anything like that. If you do want to know more, do comment below or reach out to me by PMing me or emailing me on asma@achievablejourney.co.uk, and then I will be able to discuss more with you. I'm going to cut the name short because it's EFT is called. It's for Emotional Freedom Technique. EFT is an amazing tool. Okay, I've used it a lot on myself, and it really has supported me, able to overcome a lot of stuff. I also use it a lot on my clients, okay, with the parents I work with or with the professionals and the children or adults I actually work with. There's different ways you can do that, okay, and I will explain briefly as well. You can use objects to tap on, like teddy bear. Instead of tapping, you can do pressing and breathing. Like when I mean pressing, not really hard, just touching the points and breathing. You can do something called picture tapping. There is quite a lot. And the way I use it is really with the individuals. Sometimes if I'm working with a specific individual, while they're playing, I'll be doing the emotional freedom technique to be able to support them achieve whatever goal they need to, whether if it's phobia they want to get rid of, or anxiety, or anything like that. It works really well for anxiety. I use it a lot, okay, and it really have brought down my anxiety. So EFT is literally tapping, is like tapping on the points on here, which I will go through properly in a minute, okay, and so on. It's basically like an acupuncture with that needle. You're tapping on the meridian points, allowing the energy to flow, whatever it is, to flow and connect the dots and enable you to release whatever emotion it is. It can be really, really impactful, okay. And also you can do this on yourself. The more you do it, the better shift as they use the EFT, so you'll notice the state changes, the emotion changes, and the quicker it becomes. Sometimes I'm just going to give like safety tips, but it's not anything to massively like, oh my gosh, because if you work with somebody like me, I'll be able to get you through whatever thing we're working on. If you're working on yourself as well, which can be very impactful, and I use it, keep tapping, don't stop, because sometimes it might bring up an emotions or a memory or anything like that. Keep tapping through the point, okay. That's really, really important, because then it might sometimes trigger something, tapping through. But if you're doing it and then the emotion becoming overwhelmed, I will teach you some breathing and we will tap through the points with it. It will release it, and then contact me. I will support you through it, okay, because it's a really valid and important tool that honestly I use it anywhere. Yeah, I don't go in the train and just tap like that. I think, you know, I might end up somewhere else, but I will let you. I sometimes use the, sorry, hi Sam, how are you? Thanks for watching. I use the fingers sometimes, or sometimes I just sit and do gently tapping in certain points to allow me regulate myself. With EFT also, it's a very forgiving technique. So if you forgot to tap a point, that's okay. You know, okay, I have to start all over again. Just go through it. It's absolutely fine, because it does the job it needs to. I'm not going to go through the full details, okay, about it. It's because it's quite long. I'm happy to do that with the individual and let you guys know more. I'm happy also to do it with you for 20-25 minutes, half an hour, to really experience it. If we're going to do that, come with something little. And when I mean little is, I'm going to think about a scale, okay? Thanks, Sam. It is really good technique, isn't it? I'm going to think about a scale. 0 is, yeah, I don't need to work about that. 10 is massive. if you really want to experience it, come with something 2 or 3, okay? And if you really end up want to work on something, then we'll discuss that and we'll go through everything that needs to happen, okay? Oh yeah, believe me, the tapping on the finger is amazing. And also I will teach you as well if you're really interested about how I use it as well with children, but I'll come all up to that. So is the tapping points. I've lost my train of thought. Sorry, let me catch it back. It's gone. Yes. So I will work with you. We'll discuss what's what, and we'll take it from there. Okay. So it's really, really valid, and it's really simple. You can do it anywhere, even when you're driving. Just don't drive and tap. You can pull over, okay, and then you can do that. I will also teach you some breathing technique with it. Something called 7-11 breathing. I have done video about it, but I will show it a little bit here as well. And something else called heart math. Okay, it's very, very good as well to help you release whatever you're working on and support and triggering the vagal nerves and the parasympathetic nerve to really allow you just to go, I am safe. Because as I mentioned before in my other videos, the brain doesn't know what is real and what is not, what is tiny, what is not. It just know anxiety, danger, protect, okay? And then that's where the way I call it, the panic juice goes up in there instead of you want the amazing juice. I'm talking children talk here, okay? Instead of using dopamine, serotonin, my children, I just change the wording and use really good, amazing juice that we really don't want. That kind of way. So we really need to have the calming brain, the logic brain back, instead of being on fight and flight all the time, alert, looking for danger. So feel free to ask me any question. Apology, okay, I do multitask, okay, but apology if I miss your question now, if you're asking. If I can't answer it now, I will definitely answer it after the live. I will look at it and stuff, because sometimes I'll be so into a trail of thought and then I'll forget what I'm saying, and I'll have to come back to it. Don't hesitate to contact me or ask any question, okay? So with EFT, you can work in anything you want on yourself or with others. You can use it with your children. As I said, I will talk about tapping on teddy bears, talk about doing draw tapping, like while you're drawing on something that's really hard for the kid, whatever it's phobia or anxiety or anything, and you're tapping as well. There's a lot of it. There's something also called surrogate tapping, and again, I'm not going to go through all that here. I've just come on just to show you the points. So you can start with here, and I will show you some script, and we'll do a little bit of couple of rounds and stuff like that. And I always love also to do a positive tapping with it, end it with fun, especially with the children. I'll talk more a little bit about the children when I've done a couple of rounds. You start on the karate point, okay? I'm not going to say anything right now. I'm just going to show you the points. I'm going to also go back a bit so you can see, and I'm going to stand so you're on here. So basically here, what I do with children as well, and also with the parents, you can use 3 fingers, 4 finger or 2, it's basically there, but I always do for the kids 4 fingers, so then they've got the points, okay? So I just tap, not literally hitting. Alright, you just tap it, or if you need to, I just sometimes just give it a bit of gentle squeeze and breathing and breathe out, which I'll come to. Roughly 6 to 8 tap, right? It really doesn't matter. Then the crown of your head, the way I explain it, just a little bit here, not like baby, that soft point. Just tap it again, 3 or 4 fingers, or you can do your hands really gently. Alright, then here, alright, excuse my glasses, so I'm going to look like Inspector Clouseau down there. Just tap there, see the over here? Or I do literally both hands, 3 fingers, and tap it there. Then you come to right here, then tap, then you just follow it, come to right there, and tap, and then underneath your nose, chin, right, the dimple here, dimple, that's not a dimple, just there, whatever this is, just right there. Then you tap by your collarbone. What is easy, so it can be literally here. I sometimes use my hand and do this with kids, because some kids find it really hard to do that. You can also tap on your children if they can't tap, or whoever it is. Or what I do, if you just put your hand flexible and just bring it right up, it goes directly to there. So where your collarbone, just come down, just right there. All right, and then you give it a tap. I'm also happy to send the tapping points to people where they are. I've created a few of my ones, and I've done some few for children's. I can send details, simple, you just let me know. And then for ladies, just where your bra line is, right there. Men, just the armpit, just right there. Okay, I'm really not good with centimeters and inches or anything like that, so I'm going to show the point. And then wrist. Okay, you can tap both wrists, one wrist. Okay, and then the fingers. So I'm going to stand this way into there. Just right there. See, just right there. Again, I'll use 2 fingers. I can use 1. I can use that. Then here. Just throughout all your fingers, okay? When you've done a couple of rounds, you check in. Just put your hand by your heart, your chest. Take a deep breath. And then I'll do a little bit of heart math. While doing that, also for some children and people find it really hard, is, as I mentioned, I will just touch the point and just go, and then touch the point. Feel free to do this all with me. Touches the point. And then that's it. Into there. Underneath the armpit. Well, by the bra line for ladies. Wrist. You can do this for the wrist. And then fingers. You can just squeeze the fingers. Nice and gentle squeeze, okay? Some of our children like that pressure squeeze sometimes. It will really allow them to regulate. Okay? So that's what it's another one way I do. Also, it really doesn't matter if you started with your right arm, you end up with your left. Really doesn't. Sometimes people find it easy to use both. Okay, well, you can try and do that if you want. To here, right? You can even do this if you, as I said, there's really, really simple and very forgiving technique. Do the wrist and then you can do the fingers. Okay, so that's how I do. Also, sometimes when they're sitting with children and they're really focusing to conflower, they're already starting to regulate, or it can be Play-Doh, it can just be whatever it is, playing with rice or anything. I can sit and do that with them if I notice they're slightly anxious or getting anxious about something. Okay, so when I've said the karate point, you do a statement. Let's say we're working on, let me think something with minor. Just feeling a bit slightly not yourself this morning, a bit out of sort. Okay, so you go, even though I wake up a little bit out of sort. Apology. What I also do before I start, I always check in with whoever I'm working with. And I ask them about a scale. Okay. As I mentioned, 0, don't need to work on. 10 is really, really high. Scale for me also is important because then we'll see and notice how it's coming down. It's also making you aware that how much you can notice the changes after you've done several rounds. Also, sometimes with EFT, as a therapist for me, I'm looking for those shifts. We call them shift, but I will say also change of state, change of mind, when things have changed and release a bit have gone down. They might yawn, cough, sneeze, a few other things, big sigh, or anything like that. So that might happen, okay, but that's okay too. Sometimes my eyes get runny, or if you're working with Sam, sometimes my whole arms becomes heavy, but that's a good thing because it shows the job is happening. I'm not going to go into how or why, because to be honest, for me, I don't need to know the reason why it works. I know it works, and that's it. So we'll start. So you tap on the karate chops, as I mentioned here. I'm not also going to call the names, I'm just going to show you the points just to make it basics and simple. Even though I wake up really grotty this morning and I've scaled it, it's 2, okay? And sometimes I check about colors, shapes, okay? I know some of you think, what the hell is she talking about? Yes, I used to feel that when I first time did this, believe me. But sometimes it's just, again, checking about things, because your mind makes a meaning out of something and able to reframe it and so on. Doesn't matter if there's no color. Doesn't matter if there's no shape. It really doesn't. For some, there might be. So I work very closely with the individual, and I bet you're thinking, how will you know for the children? I might not know. And that's what it said, you know, it's so many different ways. So I'm just going to go how I do with adults or children that can really communicate with me, is I'll ask about the color. And today I will say it was a bit of a bluey color, and the shape was like a cloud, and it was too. Right, so even though, you can please tap with me. Right, if you do, please take full responsibility of your own emotions. Keep tapping. If you do feel triggered, please feel free to contact me and I can go through rounds with you. But try this with something really, really minor, not above 3. Okay, because I'm just going to go through a basic tapping. So even though I woke up a bit, not feeling too good, a bit grotty. It was about blue. It was about 2 or 3. I love and accept myself anyway. Sometimes a statement might be really hard for people to say. That's okay. You can say, I'm good enough. I'm okay. I'm safe. Whatever it is. You do that 3 times. Even though I wake up this morning, just not feeling myself. Felt a bit out of sort. It was blue. I do love and accept myself. I'm safe. Even though this morning I didn't wake up my usual self. Everything was okay. I'm good. And you go, it was blue. It was 2. It was like a triangular shape. It felt out of sort. I don't know why. Doesn't matter. Maybe I was hungry. Maybe because I didn't sleep. Maybe only because I slept about 2 hours today. Maybe because I was just tired. That's okay if I don't know the answer. It was blue. It was 2 or 3. It felt like a triangular. Just not felt myself. I'm okay. It's all good. I've made it throughout the day. I'm here talking to those lovely people and teaching them. It's my body was trying to tell me something. I do listen to my body. I did this tapping this morning. There you go. So I've noticed, you know, again, a bit of probably changes. It was, so now I will just check in. If by gate doesn't matter. Alright. And if there's any word doesn't resonate with you of what I'm saying, change it. Make it resonate with you and meaningful to you, okay? You don't have to use the exact word as I am. I'm just giving you an example. It was about 2. Well, now, to be honest, I think it's about 1. And the shape is like, not there anymore. And I'll say it's white. So it's changed to white. It's 1 now. Shows how quick this is amazing and it can work. I know we chose something really minor, just for practice. I'm safe. I woke up a bit, not myself, but I'm okay. I am safe. It was blue, now it's white. The shape is gone. It's gone down to 1. Maybe because I was hungry. I listened to my body. My body was telling me something. Not sure what it was. That's alright. I don't need to know all the time. I don't need to be in control all the time. I can let it go. I can change it. Because I've got all the tools I need. I am safe. I've made it throughout the day. I felt better when I ate. So it might be hunger. It's all good. Then what I'll do, I'm going to do just 1 more round on this. Then we'll do a breath and then I'll do some positive tapping, okay? I was leaving there. I woke up a little bit. Not myself. That's alright. You sometimes have those days. You sometimes don't. Maybe because I literally only slept for about 2 hours. Or, you know, maybe my thought was running. Was thinking about something. That's alright. Don't you really need to know. I trust the process now. I have the tools. I am good. I am safe. I can do something about it. I went and did 7-11 breathing. I did a bit of heart math. And to be honest, I joined into an amazing course as well earlier. So it made my day really well. And now, there you go. I've just realised as well that I was using a lot of computer yesterday trying to sort out something. So my brain was overridden by a lot of blue lights and that. So probably that's why I wake up a bit tired, a bit grotty. Be like, or not slept. Okay. So heart math. Okay. And I will explain the heart math in a minute. Just take a deep breath in. And again. And then just tune in and see how you're feeling. Give me any thumbs up or anything like that if you've noticed any changes, if you worked on something. I really love to hear. What I also do again, I sometimes tap, especially with the children, and I'll do a brief tapping of what I say with the children, okay? Loads of positivity to give them that tools. I go, I'm really good. I had an amazing day today. I did a lot of things. I met a lot of people. I do look after myself because self-care is really important. And yes, sometimes I go, I am worth it. Even some days I go, yeah, really, yeah, right, but I am worth it. I am safe. I had an amazing day. The morning wasn't too good. That's okay. It's changed. I changed it. I can change it. I just need to look after myself even more. Have me a bit of self-care. Because I'm worthwhile for myself. I value myself. I do look after myself. Okay? Because if I don't, I won't be able to look after anyone. So, putting me first is okay. And it feels good. And I'm really looking forward to a lovely cup of coffee. Yes, I know it's a bit late, but I do enjoy my coffee. And a really just chilled night. And then ready for work tomorrow. I've had a really good day. Spending time with my family. Watching films with my family. Having me time. Just enjoying me, spending time with you guys. I'm really grateful. I'm grateful for being me. Okay, and then deep breath. And again. Okay, again, I would really love to hear how this went and what you worked on. Also, what I end up with my clients, and give you more extra tip here, I also always do a gratitude. What are you grateful for? 3 gratitude. And I always say to them, say it or do it before you go to bed, or put it on your gratitude jar or box. So I will end it for me through my tapping of gratitude. I am really genuinely grateful for being here doing this live, and for somebody to really reach out and say, please, I'd like to know more about EFT, and have that tool to share and make that difference. You know, sitting here and doing it. And I'm really actually grateful for where I am. Meeting lovely people today, doing a course with them together, seeing them grow, seeing myself grow, putting myself first, and spending time with my family. Just enjoying the day and just being me. Those are my 3 gratitude for today. I would love to hear about yours. There you go. I think I'm shifting, excuse me. Also, I will advise, make sure you hydrate a lot, okay? Because sometimes when you do the work, the brain is just regulating, can get you a little bit exhausted or thirsty and stuff like that. Excuse me. Okay. Also with the children, sometimes if I'm working with them and they've gone through a certain experience, I'm just making something up here. Let's just say that they've made a wrong choice. I don't like the word bad choice or anything, but that's me. There's nothing wrong with people using it, but made the wrong choice. So I will do the tapping with them, the same point. So even though I made the wrong choice today, I did something I shouldn't have done, but I'm a good boy or a good girl. Okay, let's say it's a boy. Let's say Pat. Okay, Patrick. I am a good boy. It's okay, I made a mistake. It's alright to make mistakes sometimes. I am a good boy. and I'm good. I do good listening. I make loads of good choice, even though today I forgot. I made a bit of a wrong choice. I decided to do something and now I don't like it. But I'm okay. I'm a good boy. I am safe and brave. It's okay to make mistakes. And I will say that with them. I will use a lot of positivity, add their qualities with them, whatever quality they've got. And the main thing is using their words, because my words might not resonate with them. So when you're doing this, do use your words, please, and work on something that resonates with you, really minor, to bring it down and stuff like that. I would love to hear about your experience. If you don't want to share it here, that's absolutely fine. Please share. You can PM me or message me at achievablejourney.co.uk, and then I can reach back out to you. I did promise that I was going to show you the heart math. Heart math is an amazing tool, and I did promise I'm going to show you what I do when I'm out, because I tap a lot. Sometimes I remove myself from the situation and go and do full tapping. Sometimes I just do the finger tapping and a few other bits, which I'll show you in a minute, okay? But heart math is your breathing 5, you breathe out in 5. That rhythmic, hey, I got it right, pattern. It doesn't have to be 5, it can be 7, out in 7, 3, out in 3. And with the children's, I mentioned my other video, I use a lot of other things, bubbles and certain flowers. I can never ever remember the name. When you blow it, it just like cottons and it flies everywhere. Bubble painting, but I've done live on it. If you want to know more, I will talk to you individually. So you're breathing in, let's say 5, and then you breathe out 5. I'm going to do it in my own pace, my own count. Please do it at your own pace, at your own count, okay? So I will just start by counting, and then we'll wait for a couple of moments for you to give it a go. You just notice what you've noticed. I'm really curious to find out what changes, what you've noticed, and how you're going to feel afterwards. How amazing it is, okay? So, and I like putting my hand on my chest just to feel the rhythm. There we go. Ready? Breathe in 5. Ready? 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out in 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, breathe in. Breathe out in 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to show you a bit more. I just want you to get into that rhythm. Breathing from your diaphragm. It's really important for the digestive system, as I was told and heard so many research. Okay, instead of the chest, you're breathing in from here, the diaphragm, alright? So there you go. Alright? It's a good thing you can't see my face, now you're seeing my stomach, okay? So there we are. Okay, ready? Breathing 5. Breathe out. And again. Out. 3, 4, 5. Carry on for a couple of moments doing it on your own for a couple of minutes, okay? I'm just going to do it here as well. You can leave your eyes open, you can shut your eyes, you can stand, you can sit, as long as you're safe and able to do it, okay? If there's any thoughts coming through, just allow the thought, acknowledge it, just let it go, just like the clouds in the sky. That's it. Just a couple of more moments. Okay, might notice a bit of heaviness, which is good, just means we're triggering the vagal nerve and the parasympathetic system is kicking in. you're relaxing even more. Love to hear about your experience of the heart math. It's a lovely tool I use a lot. There's something called also the 7-11 breathing, which I will do in a minute as well. If you want, give me thumbs up, wave if you really want to hear about it, because then I will do it. As I promised with the finger tapping, if I'm in the train, which if you really knew me, I used to be so worried, anxious. I mean, literally, even the day before I travel, used to be worried about a lot of things. And I've worked on it, and I did EFT plus other things, but mainly also EFT. I do the finger tapping. I sit in the train, okay, like I'm just going to stand so you can see, and I just sometimes just do this while I'm breathing into a rhythm breathing in 3, breathe out in 3. All right, so I do that, or sometimes I just sit, okay, and I just do this. All right, so many ways that I use it. I'll just sit and just do that. No one will notice. Sometimes in interview, in meetings. All right, now I've shown you all my tips. Hey, for those who's going to be in meetings with me, they're going to see if I'm tapping. I have to find another way. But I just do that, my hands on the table. Sometimes also just tapping on the K27. Okay, I'll be sitting there, I'll be just doing this. Like just rubbing, okay, and just that, just hands there. Talking, I do it sometimes in my office. If I'm with people, sometimes just sit, just my hand, I'm coming closer, sorry. Just might sit and just do this while still talking. It's all my discreet things I'm teaching you now. So that's what I do. I did say I will touch up a bit of picture tapping, teddy bear tapping. Not going to go through details because sometimes it might be really tricky to tap on somebody for one reason or another. I use a teddy bear while focusing on whatever the issue is, or even they're looking at it. Let me just grab my teddy bear. Okay, I have a proper one at work. I'll just grab the one that I cuddle at night. This is called my sleepy bear. Okay, and then I just tap on the points while speaking to the kid, whoever it is. I'll just sit there and then I'll just tap, okay, into the points, into here, and then fingers and so on while talking through, because sometimes they're just de-associating, they're looking at it, because energy is amazing. The feel we're in is amazing. Have you ever walked into a room sometimes you go, whew, really don't like that vibe? It's all to do with the energy, the field, and all of that you're picking up. So with that, it allows, and it happens. Yes, I know it sounds woo. Believe me, I used to think like, what the hell have I walked into? Again, trust me, it's an amazing tool. It does work. It brings and regulates that as well. Okay. Sometimes I also just do it with breathing, as I showed with the kid. Might not say anything. I might just say, safe, you're safe, whatever it is, and so on. Also with picture tapping, again, they'll be drawing something, and I'm not going through the process. I'll be tapping on the teddy bear, whether they're playing Lego or anything like that as well, or tapping on the child, and so on. But I will go into details if you wanted to know more, okay? I genuinely love to hear, to see, okay? To hear how you found this and what you whether if you benefit from it, what was your changes. If there's any questions, I'm going to have a look in a minute. Please feel free to ask me and stuff like that. Excuse me, I'm coming closer. And just to scroll up, I have to learn to say Facebook, you have to scroll up. It took me a while to notice that. Yeah, feel free to ask any questions or anything like that. And I will answer it for you. If there's any other thing you want to know, I will do another live or a video. Okay, yeah, we'll take it from there. Give it a couple of moments. If I don't hear anything, then I will say goodbye, or shall I say good night. Also would love to hear how you found the heart math. All right. Oh, apology. See, told you my brain's like a sieve today. The 7-11 breathing. So I go to 7-11 breathe in. It's very quickly, I'm going to go through it because I've done a video. If you want to know more, I will do it properly with you through video, through a one-to-one and stuff like that. Is you breathe in 7, you breathe out 11. So that's is a big number, I know, for some people, especially when you're starting. The key is as long as you're breathing out longer than you're breathing in, okay? And also you're breathing from your diaphragm. That really does help, especially with anxiety. It really, really helps bring the anxiety down, the emotions down. Really helps it. As long as you're breathing out longer. So you can breathe in 3, you breathe out in 5. Okay, so if we start, I'll just go for a very small one. I'm just going to stand here and hold my diaphragm, just so you see. I'm going to count my own pace. I'm going to do a couple of rounds, and then we're going to stop there, okay? I'm going to count my own pace. You can do yours as well. 3 and 5. 3 and 5 is too much. You can do 2 and 4. It's up to you. If it's too small, you can do 5 and 7. I'll leave it to you, okay? So from the diaphragms here. Okay, I sometimes my stomach to feel it, and I go, and then I breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and again. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna stay quiet for you to do it in your own time, in your own rhythm, okay? You can do this sitting if you want, standing. It's really amazing to keep going. Just noticing what you notice, what changes is happening, how you're feeling. Sometimes you might feel certain areas slightly heavier, whether it's your leg or hand. That's also amazing. Just means it's doing the job. A couple of more moments. Hi Julia, thanks for watching. Just doing some breathing. So thank you very much, guys, and feel free to watch the replay and just put replay underneath and just ask any questions I mentioned or anything like that. I honestly really would love to hear about your experience. I'm really curious to see what you've noticed, what changes and stuff like that. Well, thank you very much for watching and sticking with me and being patient. It's lovely to have you here. Have the amazing rest of the day and Sunday. All the best. Take care. Goodbye now.